Hello, everyone. Happy Halloween. Let's have a spooky talk. Let's have spooky talk about Nuno Espirito Santo. I'm sorry I've been gone for a second, but honestly, what is there a comment about? Like, there's nothing for me to be interested about in Tottenham's world right now. There's nothing for me to be excited about. Like, okay, here. I'm just going to jump into some stats. Things have been terrible. It looks like Nuno's about to be sacked. Big spooky talk. Let's see. Bring up this. Right. You. Look at this. Okay, so we're here. We're eighth, which is okay. Before you realize that Graham Potter and Brighton are in seventh, Arsenal are in sixth, tied for Manchester United's fifth place. West Ham is in fourth. Chelsea's at the top. Liverpool, Man City, those are expected. But look at this. I want you to see this. See this? This is goal difference. Goal difference. West Ham's goal difference. 7 plus 9, 16. There's a gap of 16 goals between us and West Ham, meaning we've conceded more and scored less. And to further exemplify this, let's just bring this up, huh? I'm trying to make use of the green screen, right? And it's going okay. Here we go. Goals per match. We are in 18th. 18th out of 20 teams for goals per match. 0.9, less than a goal per match. At least like freaking Norwich is probably better than us. We're also pretty bad in goals conceded per match. We're 13th. Mid-table stats, like pretty mid-table stats in every area. Just as a thing. Should Nuno get sacked? I think the question we should ask is, why was he appointed? Look, I tried to give Nuno a clean slate, and I wanted to believe Paratici had had some plan going forward for what he wanted to do, blah blah blah. But things have been terrible, and the games have been less than inspiring. There's just not much to look forward to. What positives can we say? One really good performance against Manchester City. 2 or 3 more times where we looked like we might be building towards something, but then again, most of the time it's just games like yesterday, where we just look utterly abysmal. And especially for people like this guy Harry Kane to just completely be abysmal the whole season. To not get anything out of Harry Kane is yes, he hasn't been good. He has not actively been good either. Even for England, he hasn't been amazing. But he's still Harry Kane. You have to find a way to get him in the box and score goals, and we just haven't. I'm sure there are more damning stats I can pull up. But at the end of the day, none of the stats were good enough. We're about mid-table in everything, and I just don't understand what the thought process here was. 'Cause, look, as much as I hate to say it, if you're going to have a defensive-minded Portuguese manager, there's no better person to have than Jose Mourinho, despite all my hatred of him and despite all my dislike for him as a person. He's still a better coach than Nuno. I just I don't see the thought process behind it. I really don't. I just look, Nuno has done some okay stuff with Valencia and Porto and whatever, but I just I just don't get it after his Wolves team, how they played. I didn't see any indication that they were um, an attacking team, and we aren't an attacking team, and we have no structure and possession. Um, Whereas, at least if you're going to go that route and get someone who's a little bit unproven, you go for someone like Tottenham would do, and get like Paulo Fonseca, who's like the best defense is to hold the ball and let's just like play some exciting attacking football. We might not win every game. We might be like terrible, but at least we're scoring goals and we're fun to watch, right? Um, that would seem like a blessing right now for me. Um, but yeah, no. Do I think he should go? I guess yes, because there's no point in continuing this project. There's no plan. Like I don't understand what the point of following through with this is. Like we're not building towards anything here. And I don't think we ever were. I think it was all a charade. I don't think I've ever seen a a fan base as unconfident for a good reason as they were in a new manager than with like Nuno. It's just like we all were just like, okay, um, I guess that's fine for a few years, but it ended up not being fine because he's just a worse version of Mourinho, who's a little bit kinder to the press, and still kind of shits on the players. Like, I, I don't know. The press conferences are not that great. Very uninspiring, very boring. He doesn't seem like he wants to be there. There's just something weird about him. I don't know. Um, yeah. Can this camera focus, please? Um, yeah. No, let's switch to a different graphic. Spice things up. Um, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I again just don't get what the point of appointing him was, because it seems like Paratici wanted something different than what Steve Hitchen wanted. I don't know where to put you, Nuno, much like you don't know where to put the players. Um, but it seems like Paratici was in conflict with Steve Hitchens' wishes and wanted some more defensive minded manager, and that's why we didn't appoint Fonseca. And I think we just should have appointed Fonseca. I don't understand why we didn't. Um, there was some miscommunication there. We should have appointed Conte, but he was unconvinced. And again, even that I was skeptical of because I thought it was probably too abrasive for the squad. But yeah, man, I just don't understand. I've said it, but I don't understand what the purpose of this appointment was. I don't know how he sold them on his vision, because his vision is pretty much the same as before, and we're trying to force him to play possession-based football, but he just doesn't know how. And so we're in a weird middle ground where we're not really playing a high line, where we're not really playing a mid block, and we're just bad and hard to watch and uninspiring. And yeah, yeah. The question is what you do from here. Do you appoint Mason for a little bit and wait until a manager is available? I think that would be a bit weird for the players. So soon after we sack Jose Mourinho, that we bring in Mason again. Um, that would be a bit weird. And, you know, he would probably play Harry Winks his first game in charge, which is always suspect. But, better than Nuno? His record was good. Like, I don't know. Like, Mason did pretty well for what he had to deal with. Um, and he's at least Tottenham. Um, Besides that, you go in for Fonseca again and say, "Sorry, we didn't know what we were doing. Can you please come back?" You hope Poch screws up at PSG, even though he's only lost one game in the league. Um, you pay Ten Hag billions of dollars to try. Like, there's not many good options right now. So I think there's a valid argument for just letting him ride out for a little bit and hope that the instability that's already in the squad doesn't get further uh, unstable, because then that would be even worse. And I do think there is something to like just sticking with something for a bit and hoping the steadiness steadies the ship. But I don't know with Nuno. Um, yeah, yeah. I think the right decision is to sack him, but I don't know what you do about pulling people. That's kind of Daniel Levy and Paratici's fault and their problem to deal with right now. Uh, but yeah, when you have pretty much all of the stands saying get Nuno out, Enoch suck, whatever, it's pretty damning. Um, and from what I hear, like they weren't considering sacking Nuno until that abysmal display. Like Manchester United are not good, and we pretty much just saved Ollie's job. We were at home yesterday, if you couldn't tell. Um, I think we had like one shot on target. I I'm just so tired of Tottenham being in this position, man. I so just want to look forward to watching us every week, but I can't. And some weeks I do. I was kind of excited for West Ham, but yeah. Anyways, tell me your thoughts. Um, I'm pretty sure most of the consensus right now is like he should go, which is ridiculous. And again, it's like I don't think I've ever seen a manager have as little confidence in him as Nuno. But again, I think it's for good reason. So yeah, let me know what you think. Even if you're not a Tottenham fan, what should we do? Um, Thank you guys all for your support. I love you all. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Uh, when there's more to talk about at Tottenham other than us being terrible, I'll be back with more content. I've not really had much time to record like gaming videos or anything like that, but hopefully soon, if I get a lot of support on it, I can try. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Get Nuno out, get Mason in, I guess. I don't know. Come on, you Spurs. Happy Halloween. See ya.